Did you know that after turning 40, the risk of facing mobility restrictions and significant pain rises considerably? Today we are going to demonstrate 3 practical exercises that can significantly enhance and improve your quality of life.
And it's important to understand, if you're under 40, this applies even more to you. So definitely feel addressed and try to do these 3 exercises, which offer a good chance of staying fit. And mostly, first of all, prevent your pain and movement restrictions from even occurring. And secondly, if you already feel them, that they will slowly but surely continue to disappear. Stand with your feet shoulder width apart and push your legs into extension, fully straightening the knee joint. And then you gradually bend down slowly. And for most individuals, it usually begins to pull in the back of the knee. If you feel it in the lower back or wherever it tugs or pulls, go down as far as you can comfortably endure without any strain. A lot of people find the area behind the knee to be quite uncomfortable. That's why you must ensure it's not too overwhelming, because you should aim to have fun while doing the exercise. So it has to stretch, it has to hurt a little, but it should still be a kind of comfortable pain. And then you keep moving further down. And what are we going to do now? We're focusing on working on this entire back leg line, which is often shortened and very tense from the long hours spent sitting on a chair. This will be released, the lower back will be released. So for the knees, for the hips, for the back, it's wonderful to slowly work your way further and further down. The objective is to touch the ground with your fingertips, but do not worry at all if you're starting much higher up, because each day you can stretch an additional 3 to 4 millimeters more, and eventually, over time, you'll definitely achieve it. And keep the enjoyment in it, so don't push yourself too much. Now take a moment to find your position. When you feel just a little more, but before it becomes way too much. And now you hold on really tightly. You can wrap your arms around the legs depending on your height. You can also reach behind the legs with your hands. Now pull as though you want to raise yourself up and straighten your back. However, because you're holding on tightly, you are unable to rise. Relax and lower yourself further down. You'll start to notice that you get a little deeper into the stretch with each attempt. And the strength training, which is integrated into the exercise routine, is incredibly efficient for making progress more quickly, helping the body get accustomed at a faster rate. Strength is always a great thing. Doing this exercise, which mixes stretching and strengthening, really makes you stronger and more flexible. And we need that to gradually and effectively get rid of the persistent pain in the body. And then again, you pull back up, relax, and go a bit further down. And once more, pull yourself back up, relax, and go a bit further down. The ultimate goal should be that, even if you can't reach it yet, don't stress out. You'll get there eventually, reaching the bottom. Those under 40 should ideally be able to reach down effortlessly, and they should aim to rest not just on their fingertips, but with their entire palms on the ground. In the upcoming exercise, we'll make everything in the front longer to counteract the effects of prolonged sitting, because when sitting, as everyone knows nowadays, a lot of harmful things happen that trigger back pain. Let's do this now. If the knee is difficult for you, place a cushion or some padding underneath, but it's important that the knee is bent. And now that you're in front of the wall, choose a distance. Step back a little further, Petra, so that your arms are bent at about 90 degrees. Very good. And an important detail, please place your feet flat, not laying them flat on the ground, because this way the muscle is pre-tensioned even more, a muscle that's very important to stretch as well. And in the position. You start by aligning your pelvis, by carefully drawing your belly button inward and softly pushing your groins forward. This implies that the upper part of the pelvis is intended to move backward, while the lower area is designed to move forward. Then the pelvis tilts a little backward, and then you might already feel some tension on the inside of your thighs into the groin, and that's the muscle that should be stretched. That's why it's good if you can feel it. So, once you're in position, the exercise begins by pushing your pelvis forward and gradually arching your torso further backward. Push the groin forward and bring the torso back. You'll notice it starting to pull even more in the groin and upper thigh region specifically. And that can also extend to the back, which is already an indication that you're actively doing something about your back pain. We know this from experience. Gradually keep moving back until it is still bearable. How are you, Petra? Is the tension fine?
Yes, it is still fine.
Okay. Now try to find the exact point that you can still comfortably tolerate, where it still feels good, just at the edge of a pleasant discomfort. And then everything eases up a little over time. That's precisely why we're engaged in doing this. And as it gives way, the intensity eases a bit, and then you increase it a little more. Keep moving, pushing the hips forward, groin forward, and bringing the torso back. And now we're going to start with our strength training, which is extremely important to enhance the effect even further. And it's really quite simple. Just picture that you're attempting to push the wall away using all your abdominal as well as hip strength. Nothing is really moving because the hands are firmly pressing against the wall, but from your core, you're making an effort to push your whole torso forward. Effort is what truly counts. That's what's important. Then relax again. Go a little further back, because now you'll notice that was quite a bit deeper into the stretch. Petra can't speak well right now because her throat is overstretched. You can keep your head normal or also overstretch it. Then you'll get more from the exercise. Yes, it's just in the back, that's good. And once more, you push forward using your abdominal strength. Push forward beautifully. Relax once more and stretch just a little further. Almost there, we're nearly done. Stay exactly in the range that still feels tolerable. Then stop, return to a neutral position, and ease out a bit. For the third exercise, you'll need a corner or a wall. The corner is better. Yes, if you have one, stand in front of it. Petra will show you how you should position yourself. Stand far enough in front of the wall so that you can extend your arms horizontally. And press lightly against it. Now, position yourself at a 45-degree angle. That's horizontal, that's vertical, and 45 degrees is exactly in the middle. It doesn't have to be precise to the exact degree, but it should be approximately. And now it's crucial that you step back with one foot so you lean slightly forward. Yes, and then you'll notice that when you move with the upper end of the sternum into the corner, it stretches into the arms over here across the chest. I'll explain why we're doing this in a moment. Look, I'll show you the version on the wall. Do the same thing again, horizontally, and then at a 45-degree angle. Now, take a big step back so you have enough room available in front of the wall, allowing you to comfortably stretch into it. And now we'll start and stretch into it. And you may notice the pull all along the arm, perhaps even reaching to the tips of your fingers into your shoulder, and maybe even at the front in the chest area. Because now we're stretching everything out that tends to get compressed and tight from sitting at the desk all day long, at work, with us constantly leaning forward in a poor and often unhealthy posture. And we want to straighten it out and aim to free it up completely, and we're really going to enjoy this process now. You'll be surprised at how different it feels when you step away from the corner or wall after the exercise. Continue moving in deeper with the upper part of the sternum. Where exactly is it pulling for you, Petra?
Mostly in the upper arm area. Inner part.
Absolutely. Wherever you sense the stretch in your body, be sure to go as deep into the pose as you comfortably can, as long as it's still tolerable for you, just at the edge of a pleasant discomfort, like with the other two exercises as well. Keep leaning in further, and don't push in with your belly. That's a common mistake, but rather with the upper part of your sternum. For example, that burning sensation in your back, that's usually resolved immediately. After just this one exercise, this happens because the muscles in the back need to be engaged, since everything in the front is so tight. And now we'll do strength training here as well. This means you push as hard as you can with both hands against the wall without moving. Relax again. Go further in. The elbows must be completely straight. Press strongly against the wall again, as if you were trying to push the walls away completely. Release again and go further into the stretch. Once more, we've got this. Hold on. Press firmly against the wall, let go, and lean in a little more. Very good. And now slowly come out, swing your arms a bit, move around a little. Petra, how does it feel? And how does IR feel for you at home?
Brilliantly free. I always feel that way.
Which exercises are tough for you? Which are easy? Did you touch the floor with your finger? Please feel free to write that in the comments section and make it a priority to consistently practice the ones you find the most challenging. Ideally all three, because that's a wonderful routine for the whole body from which you benefit.
And if you want to discover more exercises and happen to be, for example, already over 50 or even 60, you can find them right here.